This is Mrs. Collins. Today I'm going to show you how to install the printer drivers for the printers that are in the photography room. First, we need to locate the red FileWave icon on your desktop. If it's not showing up, the first thing you need to do is check and make sure you're on the Rogers School Wi-Fi network. Then we need to click on the red icon, click Install Software. Mine didn't pop up because I already had it open. We'll try that again. We're going to click on the red FileWave icon. We're going to click Install Software. And if we scroll way to the top, what we will see is this one, the Canon Pixma printer driver. And this is the really nice photo printer that we have at the front of the room that you can use to print your photographs off. We're going to click Install. We're going to say OK. And I clicked on this to see if it was still installing, and it is. So we're going to let it run and do its thing. Why that's installing, let's talk about these other apps in here. So this one, HP DesignJet 520 Utility, is the large poster printer at the front of the room. We will use that for some special projects in second semester. You can go ahead and install it if you would like. If we keep scrolling, this is an updated version of the printer drivers for that poster printer. So I believe you actually need to install both. I'm not going to go ahead and install that because I already have it on my computer. Finally, the third printer we have in the room is called the HP OfficeJet 200. You're going to want to install this one just by clicking the install button. This printer is really nice. It does pretty good with photos. We just need to make sure and always check the paper before you print, because most of the time I leave copy paper in there. And it is a wireless printer that you do not have to be plugged in to use, but it falls asleep every 30 minutes if it's not used. So if you're trying to print to it and it's not showing up, you probably just need to walk over to the printer and turn it on, check the paper, then print to it. So let's look to see if our driver is installed. It has. So let me show you where you can go and look at your printers. So I'm going to go into my system preferences. I want to click on printers and scanners. And what we will see is I have several printers on my system here. I want to draw your attention to this one, the Canon Pro 100. This is the one you're going to use the most. Right now, it's a red dot and it says it's offline, and that is because I'm not plugged in to the printer. So this one is not on the school network. We actually have to plug it in to our computers to print to it. It's that way for several reasons. The first one is it's very expensive to run this photo printer. It takes about 8 ink cartridges. So you need to plug in and check the paper size, then you can print. So the HP DesignJet T520 is also showing up as offline because I have it turned off to save energy. When we're using it, we'll just turn it on and it will show up as green. Finally, the HP OfficeJet 200 is the one sitting on my desk. And if you watch, right now the button is red. I'll just reach over here and turn the printer on. There we go. So it just went to online and then offline. Aha. So it is green, which means we know we are now ready to use it. It's connected to my printer. My printer is connected to my computer. And so when you have multiple printers on your computer, it's really important before you print that you double check and make sure you have the correct printer selected. So I'm just gonna use an example here and show you that I have multiple printers here. So if you need to print a photograph for an assignment, I'm gonna pick this one to just show you how to print. I just double click to open my image and I'm gonna do File, Print. First, I wanna make sure I have the correct printer selected. My computer selected this one first because it was the last printer I used. If I want to change it, all I have to do is click on this. I believe this little symbol is here because it's not turned on yet. It's not plugged into my computer. We're going to go back to the one that I want to use. And you can select the paper size. Most of the time, we'll be printing in 4x6, 5x7, or 8x10. Let's just call this small, medium, and large. So if I decide to use a 4x6 photo paper, I can click on that. And as you can see, I have some options. I can select just a regular 4x6 or borderless. What borderless does is allow it to go clear to the edge of the image. And right now I have it set to auto rotate. And if I want it to fill the entire paper, I click fill the entire paper. I can custom scale my image if I want to. So I'm just putting in different numbers here so you can see if I want to adjust what the photo looks like, I can. And then when I'm ready and I like what it looks like over here, I click print. We need to be patient. It'll take a minute or two. If you're the first one to print of the day, it might take up to 5 minutes to process your photograph, depending on how large of a file it is. After it prints out, you want to leave it sitting on the printer for about a minute, possibly 2, while the ink finishes drying on your photograph. Before you start picking it up and thinking about matting it, it's really important that you wash your hands so you don't get fingerprints all over it. We'll talk about matting images another day. As far as printing goes, there will be many times in this class where we print out our best photograph of a project to display. As far as printing things for other classes, I'm going to ask you to not do that in this room on the photo printers. If you need to print things for other classes, such as multiple page documents, I would suggest you use the study hall printer or the printer that your teacher tells you to, because they may have a LaserJet printer in their classroom to use. If you need help printing, please ask me. Thank you.